Thank you for watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Gracias por ver las damas de Ebony's en el DR. Yo soy true Aficionada Bridget. Today, guys, we have a very welcome addition to the Dominican Republic. We have another Ebony Lady right here. I'm going to let her introduce herself. And you know me, I got questions, and I'm going to get them answered for you guys today. Welcome.
Thank you.
And tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Okay, I'm Noreen, and I am originally from New York, but I was in Chicago the last 17 years. So I'm kind of like New York and Chicago.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so that's, the question everybody wants to know. First, how long have you been in the DR?
Okay, altogether it's, let me see now, a year and 3 months.
Okay, so look, I thought we were the newbies. We're going on 2 years tomorrow,
That's
everybody.
right. That's
So
right.
you are the newbie.
I am.
You're the newbie.
Absolutely. And part of the time I had to return to Chicago. So
Okay.
it really is only a year.
Okay,
It's
so
really
just
only
about a year.
Yeah, just a
So
year.
now, don't you love it? It is January. Chicago got snow, I'm sure.
Love it. I love it. I love it. It's been a very good experience for me.
Good for you.
I came, it took a long time to make the decision to come. I came down a number of times, about 12.
Okay, wow, 12
Yeah, I really
times.
kept coming down.
12 times.
And,
Okay.
and then I finally made the decision and bought a piece of property here, and I'm very happy.
Good for you. Okay, everybody want to know why the DR? You've been coming back 12 times. We already know.
Right. Well,
yeah.
it was between Panama and the DR.
Panama.
And
Okay.
I went to Panama a number of times also. And I found that the Panama rents where I wanted to live were like Chicago rents. A little
Right.
less, but I mean, they were neck and neck.
Right.
And DR is more affordable.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we can come here and retire. You don't look like retirement age, Noreen. I'm
Thank
not
you.
going to ask
Thank
you your
you.
age. So
No,
people
please
think
don't, please.
no, I will not. So people think, you have to be late 60s to be able to do it, that kind of thing. So we're just showing everybody what the new face of the
Absolutely.
retirees
Absolutely.
look like, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So good, very good.
And
so
sun
I
and
love it
fun
here.
in the Dominican.
Oh my God, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I absolutely love it here.
I love it
it
here too. I mean, most of the time I've been here, it's been during the pandemic.
Okay.
So obviously everybody has restrictions.
Right.
So I'm not, I probably would have seen and done a lot more if we hadn't had that, but so would everybody.
Right, absolutely.
So again, I haven't gone to as many of the nicer restaurants and things
Right.
because so much
That's
is closed
right.
down. But I feel for the short time I've been here,
You've seen
I'm really
it
in the
done?
groove. Yeah,
Right,
I am.
good,
I am. Yeah.
good. Now, we got the mask. I know people are like, wait, y'all not social distancing, wait, y'all not doing this. Okay, so we both have been following the rules, following the
Right.
guidelines,
Right.
and we have a little bit of distance between us, but we have both been abiding by the curfew.
Right.
We're both healthy. We both have been
Right.
following the rules. So we said we're going to do this interview without the mask today, but we're not going to be directly
Right.
breathing, throwing our germs and all of that on. So we do have our masks. We are doing what we can to do our part. And if anyone has seen, the numbers have started to go down in the Dominican Republic, which is
Right.
good, right? Okay,
And
so
can I mention one thing?
absolutely, go ahead.
The Dominican government was very smart. They stopped tourism here back in February. They
Right?
stopped the tourist ships. They stopped the regular tourists.
Everything.
They made sure that all the hotels would be able to maintain a sanitary code. I happened to go to one of the hotels maybe, let's say July-ish,
Oh, wow, okay.
and I was very impressed with how they did everything.
Yeah.
They were, even at the beach, as soon as you got up from a beach chair, they sanitized the table where your drink was. Your seat. I mean, I was amazed.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
so, it's safe here. And the Dominican government decided to grant anyone who comes here and gets COVID, they will give them free medical care.
Right.
And
I think
even
it's up to, what, 100,000?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
a lot,
100,000.
they're going to take care of the people. They have hospital space already allocated, and they'll even pay the extra money you have to pay to change your ticket. So they want people to come,
Right.
and we need people to come.
Right, because we want the economy back to where it was.
Absolutely.
Because Punta Cana is really booming. That's why so many people are selling here. Punta Cana has a great The economy is really good when pre-pandemic, and I already see it coming back because there's so many people out. There's a lot of tourists in the city, so everybody want to know. Black Americans, we move here. How do you feel like you're treated as a
Oh,
black woman here in the Dominican?
very well. I mean, they seem to know that I'm American. They don't. It depends. It depends on what situation I'm in.
Okay.
But I think that for the most part, I haven't seen any negative reaction. They're happy to see Americans. Everybody wants to practice their English, so they want
so
to be
we
able
don't get to use our Spanish.
That's right. They want to throw a little English at you
Every
each time, and they want
right?
to say, if they say, "Where are you from?" and I say Chicago, they go Chicago Bulls, or whatever. So they
Michael
know
Jordan.
everybody has the hats and the T-shirts and everything. So it's a welcoming environment.
It is, right. They say Michael Jordan,
Right,
Michael Jordan, right? Everybody
Yeah.
know. So now I was going to ask you a question, and I lost my train of thought. So what is something that you really, really miss? Is it anything? Like in the beginning, it was like little stuff. But now I'm like, well, this is home. We just don't have that. But is it anything that you're like, you still miss about the U.S. or just things that, like my husband has a creamer, but we finally found it. It comes and goes. They have it here. But is it anything that you're like, I miss that?
I can tell you they're getting better with it though. So I like gluten-free products
Okay.
and alternative milks and things. And when I first came, even just a little more than a year ago,
They didn't have
they
it
didn't
at all.
have it. And now they're getting competition and making it locally,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is really
That's-
incredible.
That is really,
So
really good.
no, I'm happy about that. Anything I miss, I hate to tell you though, Jiffy cornbread mix. Jiffy
We all bring
cornbread.
it back when we go
Oh,
home.
you're
You know by
kidding.
yourself. Every time somebody go home, my friend Kim, she got like 15 boxes. Every time somebody go home, we have 3 or 4
All right,
boxes
so
of
now
Jiffy
I don't
cornbread.
have to be ashamed of saying
Not at
that.
all.
Actually, there's a brand here which I haven't tried yet that
Okay.
looks similar. So I'm going to try it.
We're
I
gonna
don't
have
think
to
it's going
let
to quite
y'all know.
mix it, but hey, it might make it.
We got to let you know. Now, are you here alone?
Yes, I am.
You moved here alone. You
I moved
did it.
here alone. I did it. Yeah. Okay. I think it's difficult to do on your own. By
Okay.
yourself.
Listen, ladies, because I get a lot of questions.
Okay.
So why did you
Well,
feel like
first
it
of all,
was difficult?
I'm a little older, so that's a different kind of. The movement is different in society
Right.
as you get older. Anyway, no matter
Right,
where
right.
you are. But I think what I find is that as an American woman of almost any age, the men can be
Aggressive.
aggressive. They're aggressive.
Aggressive.
They're very sexual. They're aggressive. They love women.
They-
Now, what I think is interesting is that in the United States, more or less, you feel like as you get older, you're not part of society in the same. You're not seen in the same way. You're kind of invisible.
Okay.
I don't find that here at all.
At all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You're more appealing. But now, do you feel like it's because everybody, first thing they're going to say is, oh, you're American. They think you got a lot of money.
Yeah, they all
So
think everybody's
that's it.
rich, and I always
Mhm,
say,
they
no,
think everybody's rich.
I'm American, but I'm not rich.
You're not rich.
That's it. There's a slippery slope there because the men feel that if you have a lot of money and you like them, you should give them money.
Money. You
Yeah,
should take
and
care.
that's bad news,
Because everybody's family.
yeah, everybody's family.
If they had it, they would take care of you.
right.
That's
Right.
it, and that's
That's
it.
it.
I don't
That's
think
it.
it's like a whole gigolo mentality, but of course there are some here.
Right.
But I think with Dominicans, it's more of a we're all family. You got it. We love each other. You should help take care of
Right,
me.
right.
Because if I had it and you didn't have it, I would take care of you.
Right, right.
That's what I'm noticing.
and and they they're family oriented.
yes. Definitely.
So what they're easy to say is that they love you. Okay.
Okay.
Like you can know them 2 minutes, they say I love you. Okay.
Ah,
And it's always flattering, but that's not really true.
right.
And then next thing, if you develop a relationship with them, then they want to get married.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And it
Dominican
depends.
man want, if you are a woman that wants to get married, come to the
They
Dominican, you
want
will
to get
a
married.
husband.
Okay, but now you have to watch out though because there's a lot of differences in. All right, so if you get married to someone, well, there's marriage and then there's marriage. I mean, so there's
Wait a minute.
yeah,
So
there's
which
two-
one
there's
am
two-
I then?
I mean, we're thinking of more American, where you
Right.
have a civil ceremony at the courthouse or
That's
whatever,
right.
and then you go to
There.
church and you have a whole other thing. Here, there's kind of like marriage can be. It's like the signing in front of a notary.
Right.
So
Okay.
it is a civil union, but not like we think of it. But that means that they have rights to your property.
To your property,
Yeah,
to your
and-
bank
and they-
account, to
and
your all of that.
They have
why you
rights
go
to
doing that?
everything, and also they can. Now I don't know this part so much. I've only read about it. They can do a 24-hour divorce, so you don't even know that you're divorced, and then they can come towards some of your things. So I don't know. I would have to check that.
Be careful.
I haven't gotten that close to getting married that I have to check with the
Right,
lawyer
that
yet.
you need to know that.
But that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I don't know.
So you learn something new here every time on Ebony Ladies in the DR. Okay, so now I heard your Spanish talking to the waitress.
Yes.
Your Spanish is very good. So how
I
long
worked very
have
hard.
you?
I worked very hard because I knew I was coming.
So how long did you start? Now I'm jealous now. So how long did you start studying Spanish before you decided to make the move?
I studied Spanish in high school.
Okay, so
You know, so there was a
Spanish is-
little foundation. I mean, that was a long time
Right.
ago, but it was a little foundation, and then
That's
I just
great.
worked hard at it. Listened to Spanish music.
I listened to my Spanish
Took
music.
classes.
I never
um,
took classes.
You know, Duolingo is wonderful.
I
so
love
you can start with
Duolingo.
that.
That's
you know.
where, yeah.
So
That's
I mean,
my
you just got to
foundation
work
doing.
at it. You got to work, and then you got to not be embarrassed to speak. You know?
I'm not at all.
If you meet someone and you just blurt out whatever, even if it's kind of wrong,
They'll correct
eventually-
you,
eventually
or they'll
you'll
try to
get there.
figure it out. And that's what I tell everybody: just have confidence in your speaking.
That's
Because when
right.
I go around town, I speak like I know what I'm saying. They be like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I said it."
Right.
Now,
right.
why don't you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
You know what
right,
I mean?
Right. I hear you.
I get it. So now we are in Veron, and we're in your neighborhood.
Right.
So tell me, how did you pick Veron?
Okay, I picked it based on price point of what I could afford.
Price point.
Yeah.
There you go. Now,
and
have you had any issues in Veron?
Well, it's not really an issue in Veron. It's more an issue with Dominican culture.
Okay.
It's a lot louder.
They party. And the music
yeah.
stays blasted.
Yeah, the
I agree.
music has got to be at decibel level where you're like, ear shattering, and I'm like, wow. And there was somebody who was doing it much later at night than I would have appreciated. But eventually, they did speak with him, and he was removed.
Oh wow!
Well,
Yeah, they don't
or
play.
he left. Let's
He
put it-
left.
He
Okay.
left. He left.
All right.
But other than that, that's the only thing I can say.
That's
and on a
great.
Saturday night, you have to figure out which window do I sit next to, where I
which
like
party?
the music the most, because you'll get it from different sides.
See, you saying the music? I say, where do I sit to get the best smell of the food? Because
Oh,
they
okay.
barbecue all weekend.
That's
The
right.
food always smells delicious, and so I'm just like, okay, where do I need to
The
go?
food is good in
The
Dominican.
food is good.
I can
isn't
tell
it?
you, it's
The
very
food is
good. My
so-
favorite is chicharrones.
Chicharrones.
So
What are
that's
chicharrones?
so that's pork
I love pork.
with the kind of the top layer of fat that hasn't been trimmed off, and then it's kind of like, I mean, this sounds terrible now that I'm describing it, but
did
it's
you
like
describe?
it's
I
fried,
probably
and
ate
so the skin is
All right, crunch.
crispy.
Yeah,
Oh, my
I eat
goodness.
skins. We just call them skins.
Skins,
Because I'm
okay,
from the
skins.
South.
Okay,
We're
all right,
from there. I'm
skins.
from, yeah, so we
All
can say
right,
we
you
eat
got it.
skins.
You
We
got
like
it.
skins.
Cracklings.
Yeah, cracklings.
Right.
That's what it is,
Absolutely.
cracklings.
No, I love that.
We
But
all do.
The food here is very good.
It is very
and,
good.
And what I like is that you can come and get lunch in a couple of different places that I
Yeah,
know.
right.
You can get a beverage, kind of like an appetizer, main course
Mm-hmm.
for $4. I
Right.
love that.
It's a special de dia.
Yeah.
Special of the day. That's what
right.
they'll
Special
tell you.
of the
Come
day.
get the
That's
special
right.
of the day.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. And I know I just found out. I didn't know till we got to your house that you had a dog.
Yes.
Did you adopt a dog here? Or did
I
you
got
bring
a
your
little
dog?
Dominican street dog.
Oh,
She
see,
she is so smart.
firecracker.
She's very smart.
It's
yeah.
so-
You know what happened? I was thinking about getting a dog, and my friend wanted to get a dog, and we went to the equivalent of ASPCA here, which is
Okay.
that's got them in.
See, I didn't even know they had like a shelter, a rescue.
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. It's not big. It's not big.
Okay.
It's totally volunteer.
Okay.
And we went there, and my friend didn't see any dog she liked. And then as we were leaving, this woman said, "Hey, there was a litter of 9 and they're living in the parking lot
Aw.
at the crossing of two big
Busy
streets.
streets.
And they said, oh, in another couple of weeks, they're going to be able to walk off, and they're going to get hit because they're in a parking lot.
Right.
So we went over, and there were two left. So she
Ah!
took one, and I took the other one. Right.
And so, what kind are they? Do you have any idea?
No, they call it, what do they call it? Vira-lata, which is just
Vira-lata.
like
Just a
little,
mix.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
mixed
mix.
street dog.
That's
yeah.
our dog's a mix, but we brought her from the U.S. She's a mutt. We love Bella. Yeah, we love her.
Bella is
Good.
yours?
Bella.
Oh, Bella.
Bella.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you find that you go get her vaccinated?
Oh,
and
no, I did
everything?
all of that, yeah.
And so did you find the prices to be a lot cheaper here than in the
because
US?
I didn't have a dog in the U.S., I
Oh,
didn't have...
is this your first dog?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I don't have a comparison.
Okay.
I thought it was a little pricey, but...
So if you haven't had a dog in a while, U.S. prices are through the roof. Here is really cheap. We've had a dog the whole time. We brought our dog, and our dog meds, we probably saved close to almost $150 a year.
Wow,
for her
okay.
heartworm and her flea medicine and heart guard, all that stuff.
Okay.
So it's a lot cheaper. And get her nails cut here is like $4.
Right.
In the U.S., we pay like 10 or 12.
Oh, okay.
I don't get her groomed here just because I know how to do it, and that was like part of my budget that I was gonna do it.
Right.
But I heard that grooming and everything is cheaper too.
Yeah, I just get my dog's nails trimmed.
Yeah.
And I went to the dog hotel.
To the dog, it's a dog hotel. It's a dog hotel in Punta Cana.
In Los Corrales.
In Los Corrales. Okay, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a place where you can,
you can board.
Yeah.
And so, what was their price? Yeah.
They were charging. Wait a minute now. 500 pesos a night.
Okay, so it's like $10, $19,
Actually,
right?
with our rate now, it's probably more like $8.50.
Right, yeah.
Something like that.
The rate's
$8.50 a night, and they walk them 3 times a day.
Wow,
they want to know if they have
really
any
good.
allergies. I mean, they got into it.
Very good. So yeah, every time, I'm telling you, every time you watch Ebony Ladies in the DR, if you're thinking about moving here, we're going to try to cover everything we possibly can. I promised Noreen I wasn't going to get all in her business, so I'm not going to be asking her a whole bunch more questions. But anything else you want to tell people that are thinking about moving
Coming
abroad, they're not necessarily coming here. What advice would you give to
Research
someone
it well.
just
Research it well.
Everybody.
Ask your friends and listen to them when they say, oh, what about this and that? Because they probably have good things to caution you about if they love you.
Right.
Come down and see for yourself, though, because a lot of Americans think, why would anybody want to leave America, and why would anybody do that?
Yeah.
But you've got to figure out if the place meets your expectations. Is it gonna fulfill you? Is it gonna do what you need it to do for you at that point in your life?
Exactly. That's it.
I had like 4 jobs in Chicago. I was working myself to the bone.
We
I just
all
want to
were.
be able to relax and be able to enjoy the warmth of the place.
Woo! I love it.
And to be able to sit on my balcony and take in the sun and be able to get to the beach easily. And what I like about the Dominicans is that they don't take themselves that seriously
At all.
You know? And so they're easy to laugh,
true?
easy to party, easy to say, oh, that's all right, don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
And so,
That's it.
I was taking myself much too seriously.
We all were.
That's right.
We all
and
were.
the Dominicans do not have the concept of rushing.
Yeah.
So we think
No
you got to get
preset.
done. You got to rush.
No
rush.
preset.
They don't. That's not part of their style.
And don't
it's
bring it
actually
and force
refreshing.
it on them.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really refreshing.
It is.
When you realize, nothing is that important that you have to make yourself insane over.
I agree.
Just kind of chill out and have another beer or whatever,
And relax.
or just go ride your bike or do whatever you do that you enjoy.
And see, people always think it's just me and Davlin, always exaggerating. So that's why I always try, every time there's a new Ebony Lady in the DR, I try to have them on the show so everybody can hear other
appreciate
points of view.
I appreciate it. I had been hearing about your organization a long time.
Yeah,
and I kept saying,
thank you.
well, how do I find out? And people would always say, I'll let you know. Or it never happened somehow. And I guess I didn't push that much forward. And then
there you
the
go.
time is
See
right.
what happens?
The time is
When
right.
it was meant to be.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. You're a newbie. So if I can help you with anything, please let me know. I've been
I
here
will.
2 years tomorrow.
Very
and so,
good.
you know, I know
You're
my
a
way
veteran.
around
Now
the
you're a
island.
veteran, right? She's a
I know my way
veteran
around
now.
the island. But yes, definitely.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yay, thank you. You guys, don't forget, right here every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. We appreciate it. Until next time, see you soon.